I'll eat when I'm hungry and I'll drink when I'm dry. If the moonshine don't kill me, I'll live till I die. Apology to Tommy Makem and the Clancy Brothers. That was one of my favorite Irish ditties when I was a kid. I don't know why, singing about the glory of moonshine felt like an appropriate song for a child, but I thought it was a lot of fun. Well, the moonshine did kill a lot of a lot of us in my family, to be honest. And I've kicked the moonshine. But I want to focus on the other part of the song. I'll eat when I'm hungry. Guess what? That is excellent advice. That is excellent advice. And I am struggling with it. I am struggling. So, hi, I'm Eileen. I've reversed the worst of my early Alzheimer symptoms through a clean low carb diet. And I'm giving a quick update. Update number 2. I'd given a confession that I'd been to Italy for a glorious 10 days and I ate all of the things. I ate all the carbs and I gained 5 pounds. And I was hoping to come back and tell you it's all dropped off, or most of it has dropped off effortlessly when I return to clean low carb living. And instead, what I'm going to tell you is I am reminded why I'm really not that tempted to cheat. And it's because it's so hard to get that sugar monkey off your back, number one, sure. But in addition, what I'm struggling with even harder right now is eating all the time. Eating all the time. It's bad. It's bad for our systems. That 3 squares a day is much better for your body than this grazing, this nibbling, this snacking. Oh, and don't we love snacks? Isn't that a happy word? Snack. In my family, we call them snickety snacks. One of my favorite phrases is midnight snack. Oh, shall we have a midnight snack? Even if it's, for me, might be 8:30. I'm heading to bed. But I'll say to Charlie, one of my cats, who's always looking for food, oh, you want a midnight snack? And I'll give her a little treat. You probably know eating right before bed is one of the worst things. But snacking or eating all through the day, oh, we were doing it in Italy. We'd get up and have a feast for breakfast. And we'd go on some tour, and there'd be a local specialty bite that we might have at the end. And of course, we'd have a lovely lunch and maybe some afternoon gelato and dinner. And it was all so much. And now, the truth is, I'm back on clean low carb, and a couple of pounds did fall off right away, but they crept back on. And I'm not eating the sugar, but I am eating too much and too frequently. This is going to sound silly. I had my in-laws over. I'm going to blame them for just hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill, and I ate my meat without the bun, and I had salad with my homemade vinaigrette. I did all the right things, but I also made my homemade crackers. I have an upgraded version, and I'm kind of afraid to share it. Yeah. Uh, this upgraded version is so tasty. It is so tasty. And we found a cheese that we like better than the cheese we had been eating. And I made keto friendly from well, actually no, it's not from her. It's kind of a combination of recipes. Keto friendly strawberry rhubarb crumble. Oh, with homemade whipped cream. I can't even tell you. The food was so good. Good morning. The food was so good. So now we've had a lovely time, and everyone leaves, and I clean up the kitchen, and maybe I'll have just one more little slice of that crumble. And the next morning, there are those crackers winking at me, and I think, I know I should start with eggs and bacon, but maybe I'll just have some of those crackers and cheese. It would be so easy, and they're so tasty. And I have a few, and then I have a few more, and then I decide, no, if I have the eggs, then I'll feel full and I won't want more. This is now mid-morning, but I do have the eggs, and I'm putting them away, and I see that strawberry rhubarb crumble again, and I try to put it out of my mind. You know what's happening. Before long, I'm reminded that it's there. I hold off for as long as I can, and then I get this one. Do you tell yourself this? Well, if I eat it now, then it's gone, and it can't tempt me tomorrow. Like today's already blown. I started with the crackers, so I might as well just finish all the things. Ah, so I have this habit of eating all the time again, and I made some extra keto baking treats that I really hadn't been in the habit of doing very often. And they're just there, tempting me. And the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Now, why is it so hard? Well, number one, the easy thing to measure is the weight, right? If you're eating all of the time, then you're not in ketosis, right? The keto diet is short for ketosis. Your body can run on sugar, glucose, carbs, or if you don't give it those carbs, it runs on ketones, which it generates itself. And ketones are much better for the brain. And how does it generate these? It taps into your fat stores. So if you want to lose weight, you shouldn't be eating all day long, because every time you eat, you switch into sugar burning mode. And there's also the potential of storing fat. You're definitely not burning fat. So it's the weight, and then for me especially, might not be for you, it's the brain. So I've got to cut that out. It's hard. It's a struggle. But it's okay, because at one point in time, this is also a lie I tell myself, but it's all right. Baby steps, right? You need baby steps. I wrote 30 baby steps for clean low carb living. And after 10 days of just, well, eating all of the things, I really am back at square one. I can't really easily dive into, like a 2 meal a day, no snacking, clean low carb life without some struggle. So some of the baby steps along the way would be keeping that eating schedule, but eating better choices. That's sort of what I've been doing, but I've got to stop it. I'm tempted to make those crackers again because they're so good. They're just a quick fathead dough cracker I've shown before, but I'm adding flavor this time. Wow, things change when you add flavor, but it's a curse, because then you dream about them. At least I do. And why are we eating nutrition first? We're not eating out of habit. We're not eating just for a little reward, for a little treat. We're not eating because we're taking a coffee break. We're not eating just because we love the recipe. We should be eating when we're hungry. And what we choose to eat should be something with nutrition. That's it. Wow, this has been an awfully long rant. I'm Eileen, and I'm working my way back to my clean low carb living. Until next time, stay strong, wise, kind, and good. Choose good food for good health.